Damn it, Maz. I think I have a cough now. Yeah, bro. Nah, I should be good. No. Uh, yeah. Hey, are you there? What is up?
And it's of type enemy. And then we also
Alright, so bar enemy. I got enemies.
want a state machine reference. And this will be of type enemy state machine. And we don't have this class yet. So let's go ahead and let's just create that. And I'm not going to create that in the states folder. I'm going to create it here at just in the enemy scripts folder. So we'll just call this enemy state machine. Okay. I'm going to open this up, give it a class name. Okay. And then that hopefully, once we save this, that'll help clear this error in a minute. Let's go ahead and work on this error.
Where the fuck is the enemy script? Alright, where the fuck did that enemy script? Oh no, it's there. States is in a. Okay, so we're good. We're chilling. Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here. I'm always here. Yeah. What do you mean? Are you sure? No, I'm not. That was just my roommate. I am doing some Godot tutorials. Yeah. Yes. Although, yeah. I mean, no workers. It's like workers want remote work, but for whatever reason, yeah, the companies want, which makes no fucking sense. Like, I do get it though, because I will say that I learned more being in office from being in proximity with other developers on my team than I have, uh, I guess, remote. But like, we can do that shit during like the fucking training period or some shit, man, or something.
Error in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and work
Oh
on
no, I didn't. I didn't mean yeah to that.
this.
I meant like yeah, like sure, lay it on me. Hold on, I'm say something. All right, good. No, wait, say something. All right, good. Never mind. I'm streaming right now, but it's not capturing your audio, so that's good. Yeah. Oh, this is the same one? Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even see it. I didn't even. Oh. That you have to do the reverse and then have the word there already. Like you have to reverse that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's opening. Like the word should be there and then it should just close up and then open up again. So literally what that is, but reversing it. I don't think TikTok. I don't. I don't think CapCut has that though. Um. No. Are there fade outs? Yeah. So just cut that in half and then fucking do that shit. Cut. Uh. Put a cut on. Put a cut on. I blinked. And then do a fade out there, and then it'll remove that. Remove the fade in transition. Okay. So do so pause. So at this point right here, do a cut on I blinked. Yeah, split it. Split. Now do a fade out on I blinked and do that same transition that you saw. The outro, yeah, outro. Outro. If it's open, then it should be closed, right? Yeah. You'll find it. It's in some fucking no. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Alright, go back up. We'll find it. Oh, was that close? It's right there. Horizontal close. Down. Yeah, that one. So then now on that second blinked, now do the open. Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, baby. I think I blinked. Play around with it. I think you should make the outro longer. Actually. Dude, yeah. Dude, I like this, man. I didn't even notice that. But you have to do it from yeah. I like it like that, honestly. But you do you. You play around with it because that's your creation. But hey, I honestly didn't think that would work. Tell me when you get something. Tell me when you want me to look.
Enemy state class. It's going to look just like our player class. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and put the code in here.
Enemy state.gd.
Here, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so we have
Wait a minute. Why the fuck did? Oh, extends node, but I have to do class name enemy state machine. There it is. Class name. Wait, let me see how it looks. Wait, did you not fucking? Did you change it? Did you finish it? Hold on. My mom's calling me. Hello? जी bala alhamdulillah. Oh, you're doing that. What? Wait, what? Why? That's all good.
that'll help clear this error in a minute. Let's go ahead and work on this enemy state class. It's going to look just like our player class, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and put the code in here, and then we'll talk about it.
Right. Premiere is not. I feel like Premiere is like the end all.
Okay, so we have basically the same pieces that we had in our player, but I've added a new function to our enemy state, and actually in the future I will likely add this to my player state as well, because there's some function usefulness to this function here and in it. So when this state is initialized, what do we want to do? And I'm going to
Oh, all right. Drive safe.
use
There's a good alternative called Photopea.
this so that
Oh, because that's supposed to be the state. Now let's go to player. We're doing player state machine.
We can pass it in or grab references to certain parts of the enemy or other classes. Variables the first time that the script is loaded and set up. So we're not going to need this on most of our states, or not on all of them. I don't know how many, but at least on some we're going to want that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Add this here. But then the rest of the functions will match basically what we had in our player. So we have an enter state. What happens when the enemy enters this state? What happens when the enemy exits the state? What happens during the process update of this state, right? And as you recall, this is going to return an enemy state. Our players were just returned.
Hold on, somebody came into my apartment. Oh, you good? You good? Yeah, I had ice cream. I'm gonna do it. Next week. home for a week. Not a week, but 1 day. You actually don't use it. We don't use it today. You don't actually want to use it. I consider. No. Well, usually I just use my Switch. Thinking Xbox. I literally, I dead ass literally just leave it just so that we use it. But I'm gonna leave it today because stay. No. That. Yeah. Wait, how do you think of this? No paprika, garlic powder. Where? Put it on the top. I put it here. So in here. Not from there. The bowl. Throw it in the bowl. And then just throw in the seasoning. Make sure you put a little bit extra. It's big. I guess I put that much. That's fair. That's all I do. This meat's a little different than normally has. So that's fair. But yeah, onion powder, salt, paprika. Oh, salt. All right, thank you. Thank you.
a state, but these ones need to return an enemy state. And what happens?
No, no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the tutorial. Ah, okay, okay. Ah, man. My roommate's sick, and I think he got me sick. Skill issue, am I right? That's not it. It's
Happens during the physics process. And then you'll notice there is one other difference. Our player states had a function for handle inputs. We don't need that for the enemies because they're not going to handle any inputs. Okay, so that's what our basic enemy state class will look like. And let's go ahead and move along to our enemy state machine class. This will again look pretty similar to our player state machine. I'm going to go ahead and put some variables in here. So we need an array of states. We're going to want to track our previous and current states. Okay, just like we did.
really bad. Is that my boy? Yes, sir. Well, yeah. Well, why were we referencing them? Why were we referencing Scholastic? Oh, do they still do that? Yeah. Really? Oh, I heard you say one of mine. Now I get it now. My little brother is in it. Um, I think they still have it. I think the thing COVID probably killed him though. He did bring the book fair pamphlet though, but I don't know if they actually had like set up shop there. Mm-hmm. Oh,
In our player class.
It was always cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and remove that comment on my ready function. Now, similar to our player state, we want to set our process mode to disabled when we first load this script, so that we don't accidentally try and run any of our logic before it's ready, before it's initialized. And then we'll just go in here and start adding some stuff. Actually, the first thing we need to do is add our various functions that our state machine needs. So before we update the process function, let's add our change state. This is just like our player, except that we're passing in an enemy state, and then everything else is the same. We check to make sure that it's not null and that the
Does it work? Oh shit! Fuck. Dude, you gotta watch. It's always. Never mind. I can't finish that sentence. I'm streaming. Bro is defining the meta. Wait, hold on. We don't know his perspective, so it's not like maybe he. That's fair.
state that we're switching to isn't the same as the current one. And if it is either of those, then we just return. And then if we are currently in a state we'll exit that state and then go ahead to set our variables and enter the new state. So pretty straightforward. So if you remember, our player state machine had this just call it initialize. And this is going to require us to pass in an enemy instead of a player. So this is going to look a lot like our player in some ways. Okay. Now within this class, we're going to do a lot of the same things. Let's first make sure we set up our states array, and then we'll get our children, and we're going to iterate over those, just like in our player. So if the node that we grab is an enemy state, right, then we'll go ahead and append it to our states array. Pretty straightforward there, I think. So that's just building our array of states, and we're actually going to use that array, or we could use that array more with the enemy than we have with our player, but I don't know, we'll see. So we're going to do something a little bit different here. Actually, we're going to depart slightly from what we did with our player state. In our enemy state class, I didn't make these static. I didn't test this, but I'm fairly certain that if we did make this static, then as soon as we had multiple enemies, the scripts would all be affecting one enemy instead of the, you know, like 2 or 3 that are on the screen. And so that's something. In our enemy state class, I didn't make these static. I didn't test this, but I'm fairly certain that if we did make this static, then as soon as we had multiple enemies, the scripts would all be affecting one enemy instead of the, you know, like 2 or 3 that are on the screen. And so that's something that I want to make sure we avoid. So the scope is not static. These are variable. That are going to be per class. In our player state machine, we just set the player within the first state, and then all the other states could grab it. But in this case, we actually need to iterate through all of our states and set up each state. So for S in states, right, for each state in our states array, we'll just set the enemy to the enemy that we've passed into our initialize function. And we'll also set the state machine to ourself, right? That way each state has a reference to the state machine if needed. And then also we've added that new init function. We're going to call that on each state. Okay, so this is new, but this is, I think, a good clean way to handle this. Just set up each state, make sure it's got all the settings and things that it needs to run, and then we'll go ahead and check if our state size is greater than 0. Right? If we have some states, then this is where we'll change our state to the first one that we have in our array, and we'll set our process mode to enabled, or actually to inherit, right? We want process mode.inherit. Start typing process mode. There we go. So this means it'll inherit its processing from the parent. This will allow us to pause the game. The enemies will pause with it if we need to. Okay, so there we go. I think that's pretty much accounts for everything that we need in our initialize function in the state machine here. one thing we need to do now that we've set up our state machine is we're going to want to go, let's see, let's look at our slime. Let's look at our enemy script. We can go ahead and uncomment this state machine. And, well, maybe first we should have added it, but let's go ahead and add a node. Right, and remember with our state machine, we're just adding